bekende introduceren. In 1990 leerde de wereld Robbie Williams kennen als lid van de boyband Take That. De groep werd ongekend populair en de 16-jarige Robbie werd al snel een publiekslieveling. De groep scoorde hit na hit, maar niemand zag de strijd die zich afspeelde in het hoofd van Robbie. Hij kon eigenlijk niet omgaan met zijn bekendheid en zocht zijn heil in drank en drugs. Een gevecht dat de rest van zijn leven zou duren. Des te knapper is de carrière die hij daarna wist op te bouwen. Hier in Nederland scoorde hij 19 top 10 hits. Stond hij 2 keer in een volle Amsterdam Arena. En deze zomer keert hij daar terug. Hier is, ja echt, Robbie Williams. We've never had an applause like this, Robbie.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you. And what an introduction by you. I wish I could have understood it.
It was
So
all
nice
good.
to see you all. Look at everybody. Women of a certain age. How lovely. I'm of a certain age too. It's fine. I've been doing Kegel exercises on your behalf.
You can say whatever you want. No one will be insulted.
Okay.
We're
I
happy-
love you. Love you. I miss you.
So good to have you here.
Thank you for
Rob.
having me.
Thank you for coming. This afternoon you were at the Johan Cruijff Arena. You'll be playing there in June. And this afternoon you were there having a conversation with Edwin van der Sar. For you, I guess that's like meeting your celebrity crush.
Yeah, it's one of my celebrity crushes. He's an amazing goalkeeper that played a massive part in the history of a football club that I have a lot of love for, Manchester United. So yeah, I get kind of bashful around footballers. Yeah.
It's like meeting a star.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you meeting me right now.
Exactly. That's exactly what I
So
meant.
you know how it feels.
I know how it feels. A little hot. Is it true that you followed Ruud van Nistelrooy around a golf course?
Ruud van Nistelrooy. No.
You chased him.
No. I was on a golf cart, so I understand why people think that. I was there to watch Man United train pre-season, and while I was driving back to where my car was, I saw Ruud van Nistelrooy, who I named my dog after. And I love Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's just been this sort of mythical creature in my mind. And then I know how it... Because, like, being a famous person is like being the Yeti. Do you know what a Yeti is?
Is that mystical,
Yeah,
mythological figure, that hairy animal?
Yeah, you know that they exist, but you're never quite sure. And then when you see one, you're like, whoa! You know, and people behave that way with me. And when I saw Ruud van Nistelrooy, it was like seeing a Yeti, because he only exists in my mind in this mythical sphere. And, I jumped out of the golf cart. I was like, Ruud, can I have my picture taken with you? So I know how people feel now, sometimes when they see me, because I did exactly the same with Ruud van Nistelrooy.
We're glad that you're human. This summer, you're coming back to the Netherlands.
By the way, they are my old teeth. Look at those teeth there. Close up on my mouth. You ready for this? Watch this.
Close up, guys, close up. Wowzer.
What are you saying? How about them apples? Those ones over there. Cut to those teeth. Let's have those teeth on the tally. And then once again for these teeth. It's fair, right? It's better.
We love you with both. It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
This summer, you'll be coming back to the Netherlands. You'll be performing twice at the Arena.
Yeah.
And I know this sounds like I'm being a chauvinistic pig, but you love coming to Amsterdam because we love you the most.
Yeah, it's true. I have been embraced here like one of your own. For the people that like what I do, I don't know, because I can't speak Dutch. I don't know the other people and what they think of me, but everybody that turns up to see me has embraced me like one of their own, and they've also allowed me to be the creature that I've always wanted to be. I want to be a entertainer, and I want to be full of bravado, and I want to give people a good time, and, you know, elevate them from their day-to-day life and take them somewhere else. And in England, people are kind of suspicious of me. They've got the people that come and see me and they're big fans. Everybody else is a bit suspicious, which is what happens when you are from the place that you become famous in. But here in Holland, it seems to be I am embraced, I am held.
No reservations.
No reservations. I am loved, and I'm allowed to, I'm allowed to be the essence of me. And I repay that by making sure I turn up and perform correctly and give you back the love that you give me. So, which leads me to advertise the second night of my show that's not doing so well, which is the reason I'm here. The 22nd sold out in a morning. One morning. 23rd, come. You don't want to see the monkey cry.
Radical honesty.
Radical honesty.
Yeah. Your support act is our very own Davina Michelle. She's already supported you in Germany and England. She must have been really good that you asked her back.
Well, the amazing thing about her is that, sometimes with people that can really sing, because she can really sing, like properly sing, sometimes with people like that, the voice doesn't match up to the emotion of the word. And sometimes when people can really sing, they just sing because they go, look at me singing. I know I'm singing about something sad, but really it's about me because of how perfect I sound. With her, she has this mythical combination where she not only is one of the world's best singers, in my opinion, but also she matches it to the lyric too. You are connected to the lyric. And that's how I feel anyway. I think she's incredibly talented.
To get in
Round of applause.
For Davina. To get in the mood, Rob, we're going to watch you perform.
Okay.
My name is Robbie fucking Williams. This is my band. This is my ass. Hoppadoma. Entertain you. I don't wanna rock DJ. But you know down the waterfall, ever it may take me. I know that life won't break me when I come to call. She won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead.
Thank you.
I think, Rob, for most people, the idea of getting up on stage in front of 80,000 people who are screaming their head off is like a near-death experience. And for you, being on stage seems to be you excel at it so much, it seems to be your happy place or your most comfortable place.
No, not really. But it's what I am here to do. You
mean here on Earth?
Yeah, I reckon so. I don't excel in anything else other than showing off. I'm dyslexic, I'm dyscalcular, I've got dyspraxia, I'm kind of insomniac, agoraphobia. I've got a lower than average sized penis, and all of these things are very problematic. But the actual only thing that I'm getting smaller as I get older.
Please,
and
Rob, please.
It's okay. I have no use for it. I've been married a long time, and I only know that I'm pretty good at one thing and one thing in particular, and that look at this cocky guy. And then I get up and I do my thing, and that's the one thing. Thank God. I don't know what would have happened if if I'd have not been embraced by the good people like yourselves. But here I am, and thank God I am.
At the end of last year, the film Better Man was released. That's a movie about your life, in which you were a fantastic movie and a touching movie, in which you were played by an animated monkey. If you've seen the movie, it's incredible how natural it feels, how quickly you get used to it. But for people who haven't seen it, why would you let yourself be portrayed as a monkey?
I think why not? You know, Michael Gracie, the director of the film, came in and he said to me, Rob, what's your spirit animal? And I was trying to find some self-worth for myself at the time. And I said, I am a lion. And he just went, nah. And I said, monkey? And he went, OK, yeah, so here's the idea. Then he told me the idea, and instantly, you know, my whole career and my whole adult life has been based on audacity. And I think that the idea itself is so audacious, so silly, so out of the box, so surreal, so problematic, could be a huge gamble. And that's what my whole professional life has been. So for me, it made and makes complete sense, having no idea that the finished article would be so profound and so moving because of the monkey. Yeah. It's weird.
It's mind-blowing.
It's mind-blowing. It does this thing where you are more engrossed, you have more empathy, you feel more deeply than you would be if it was a human playing my life story. Yeah. There's something about the monkey that makes this film completely undeniable.
Let's have a look.
I'm Robbie Williams. I'm one of the biggest pop stars in the world. But I've always seen myself a little less evolved.
Now scream, whoa!
Risk it all, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
For the next 2 hours, your house is mine! I'm gonna be fucking famous! Shut up, you tit! Oh, fuck off, Glenn!
What did you hope the movie would do, Rob?
What did I hope the movie would do? Well, I hoped, you know, from just a commercial sense, and I don't mean commercial as in money, I just mean that, you know, I'm still ambitious, I still want to succeed, I still want success, and I still want to fill this hole that is unfillable. For me to do that, I need your attention, I need the attention of the people at home, I need the attention of the masses to remember me, or to be to understand that I am still important for their entertainment needs. And because that feeds me on an ego base, but it also, you know, means it also gives me a safety when I am known and heard and seen. Mm-hmm. So what I wanted the film to do primarily was to remind people that I exist. And then what happened after the film came out was that the therapeutic reason for the film came out afterwards. And that was people saw me and heard me, but in seeing me and hearing me, they also saw and heard themselves. They also felt their own human experience on the planet, which is one of vulnerability and one of trauma and one of overcoming difficulties and one of not seeing themselves in the correct manner. Mm-hmm. And having to come to terms with the world and on the world's terms. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but they have, and people are profoundly touched mm-hmm. by it. And because of that, I feel really good.
I can imagine. I can imagine. The thing is, you mentioned at the beginning of your answer, you said this hole that can't be filled, which is a hole within yourself, this void in yourself. And in an interview with Time magazine, you said, and I'm going to quote you here, I am waiting for the general public to allow me to exist, and that is a scary place to be. So you said this in January of this year, after an incredible career that has been going on for more than 35 years. You've been loved and allowed to exist and embraced since you were 16 years old. And it's very difficult, I think, for people looking in or looking at you from the outside to think, how can you say this, that you're waiting for us to allow you to exist, that you can still feel this way after so much success?
I don't take it for granted, and I don't expect people or the audience to be there whenever I put out an album or whether I put tickets on sale for my tour. And I'm in at the start of my career. I couldn't derive joy from anything because I was mentally ill, and which
you
is
were depressed.
Yeah, I was mentally ill, anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation, all of that stuff. And it's such a tragedy to experience such great heights, but not to be able to experience them with anything other than contempt and sadness. So now, at the ripe old age of 51, I now feel and experience joy from things that I didn't once experience. And along with that comes gratitude too. So, you know, I don't take anything for granted. I feel that I've been given a second opportunity to embrace success and embrace my status in the world with what the audience has given me. And I constantly want to feel that way. I don't think I'll ever rest on my laurels and think that A, I deserve to be where I am, and B, I deserve an audience. I constantly need to go out and prove that you did the right thing by buying my album or buying a ticket to come see my show.
Never complacent.
Never complacent, no.
The film builds up to your performance at Nebworth, the concert you dreamed of performing your entire life. And there you also, I mean, in the movie, it's visualized what you were just describing, that you could never feel joy, even when you were having these momentous things happening to you, this incredible success. And in the movie, we also see, and this has been documented, you've talked about it a lot, that turned to drinking, to drugs, everything, which is, I think, also a very human story and happens every day to a lot of people. At what point in your life did you realize, I cannot live like this anymore?
Quite quick, you know. I think I was 19 after an MTV Awards where I drank so much and done so many drugs that I ended up on a bathroom floor throwing up black bile. And then the doctor came in and injected me with stuff. And then I was with Take That. And then we went and did this award ceremony on whatever the doctor had given me. And then straight away after the award ceremony ended, I went back and carried on doing drink and drugs and stayed up very late. And the next day I can remember being in London, walking around Chelsea Harbour thinking, oh, I think I might be an addict. I think I might be an alcoholic. Now, I then, as people do, sweep that under the carpet and try to forget about it. But I haven't had a drink for nearly 26 years. And I haven't done... I relapsed in 2006, but not with drink, with a few drugs. But I quickly got back on the wagon again. So I would say that my drug and alcohol intake actually only lasted for about 5 or 6 years. Mm-hmm. For the rest of my life, I've been coming to terms with why I tried to kill myself and what it is within me that needs to sabotage and needs to take me off the planet. And if you channel that in the correct way, you can have a very interesting life or a very miserable life and an early death. And I understood that. And look at all of this and look at the love that's in the room and look at the opportunities that I've been given with the meager talents that I've got. You know, so I can see me. I can see me for all of what's good and all of what's bad. I can see me for my toxic traits. I can also see me for my defects of character. But I also can see what the opportunity that has been gifted to me.
That you took.
And I took. I just wanted to stay alive to experience it.
Yeah. You have 4 young children. What do you teach your children so that they don't have to experience these same struggles that you had as a teenager, as a young man?
I don't, you know, the oldest one is 12, the youngest one is 5. And I have a non-traditional marriage, as in we really like each other. And, you know, there is a safe place to grow up from and in, you know, that our house is full of empathy and compassion. And their mum, my wife, is emotionally intelligent and empathic. And I like to think I am too. This is all we can offer them for the time being. Where life takes them, what is in their system and what is in their genes is down to them. But while we have stewardship over their lives, all we can do is offer love and to the best of our abilities. But here's the thing, even with all of this information that we have about the workings of the mind and the way to be, we will be giving them their own particular brand of trauma that we don't even realise we are doing. To the best of our abilities, though, we just want to pass on to them safety. And I think so far, so good.
It's always a pleasure to listen to you talk about your life and the things you've experienced and being so vulnerable and sharing that. I'm sure you help a lot of people by talking this. So thank you so much.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Robbie Williams staat op 22 en 23 juni in de Johan Cruijff Arena. Have a blast in June. Have a blast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.